It's a sad reality for this 15-year-old boy that the very place he goes to escape his hardships is also so lonely.
It's like a lot of people judge. People call me like dumb, stupid, kill myself.
For his own safety, we're not identifying who this is. We'll just call him EH. But know this, he's been called the N-word, he's been attacked at school.
He threw my crutches to the ground, and it was like a fight, a big fight. And then I got my head slammed into the water fountain.
And at least twice, those fights were caught on video. EH is the one underneath the pile, goaded into a fight, then ganged up on. The perpetrators were suspended for this, but so was EH, and the attacks kept coming. EH even requested a transfer to another school, but was denied. Over the course of a year, always reassured that things would get better, they didn't.
What would you have wanted the school to do at that point?
To hear what we're saying, to believe us and say that this shouldn't be happening.
Well, the first thing I say to the parents is, we're sorry that you're not having the kind of experience that we want you to have.
Cecil Roach speaks for the school board on this case.
It saddens me in a way. It saddens me as a teacher, as an educator, and as a person. However, I do realize that the issue of racism is an issue that the whole country is facing. So I'm not surprised that it's happening in our schools. Our schools are not immune to that, clearly.
But EH's mom says the school board failed in its duty to protect her son and is suing the board for $1 million, a dollar value she believes sends a message.
I mean, things will happen in the
Roach
playground.
can't give details about EH's case, but at the board level, he says these matters are taken seriously. Case in point, just this week, 12,000 of the school board staff went through anti-black racism training. Still,
The parent that we've spoken to in this case, when she hears the board say things like, we have zero tolerance for violence, for racism, I mean, I think she would say that's just not true.
Yes, we do have zero tolerance for issues of racism, discrimination, and in whatever forms it takes. However, incidents will happen because, look, incidents happen in society. Our schools are not immune to that.
Brushed it away or...
not good enough, says EH's mom.
90% of the day, our children are with them. We need to know what is taking place. What is their thoughts? What is the outcome?
Winston Karam is someone who knows full well how hard it can be to make school boards responsible. Now he's a college student. But when he was in grade 7 at Broadview Public School in Ottawa, he too was singled out.
It'd be like, get out of here, asshole, get F word.
Then the name-calling became more personal, the N-word. Violence followed, pushing, choking. And Winston says nobody seemed to care.
You're just boys being boys. You're just like, that's just how you interact. Like, just ignore them and you'll be all good.
The advice didn't work. Winston's tormentors just pushed harder.
So do you have homework to do today, or?
I might do a bit of like note stuff.
His mother, Vanya, eventually took the school board to court, and the judge took her side. It was a landmark ruling. The school was negligent, liable for inaction. But the amount Winston's family was to be paid in damages, just $3,800.
Was it worth it in the end?
Yeah. I know that sounds crazy. Like, I spent $54,000 on this. But look at him. Look at Winston. He's the bomb. He's so strong and amazing, and he came out the other side. He put his parts back together again. And this was, I think the trials were like part of those pieces.
Not at all. And
EH's mom isn't sure how this latest legal story will end, but she's pretty clear about what she wants.
someone has to be accountable for these students that are being bullied. Parents are sending their children off to school, and some students don't even get to come home.
You wish people would listen to you?
Yeah, because getting bullied is like the worst thing, the worst feeling.
The courts can move ever so slowly in cases like this. In the meantime, though, EH's troubles far from over. He's moved schools, but the taunts on social media have followed him. Still, he and his mom are hopeful that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that things will change eventually. But those changes can't come soon enough.